Welcome back to our second session from the Cambridge International School. How is your break, everyone? I hope that you have a fun break. Alright, so today is Friday, as you have known already, and according to our schedule for the second session, you are going to learn about grammar Galxy 1. So in the grammar Galxy 1, yesterday you have learned with subject, right? Or we can say with pronouns. What pronouns that you have learned? You have learned with object pronouns and personal pronouns. And you also have learned about subject pronouns and another pronouns, how to use it and the position of it, right? So now let's continue about Unit 3 again. They are my mom and dad, but today we are going to learn about demonstratives. What is demonstrative and how can we use demonstrative? So demonstratives, we use it to, or we can say we use them to point out things, people, animals, and places are. So we use it to point like this thing, that thing, those things, or a lot of things that you want to point, a lot of things that you want to mention by point it, by hold it, by raise it, and so on, right? So the first one that I would like to talk about demonstrative, which is about demonstrative pronouns. You know how many demonstrative pronouns are there? So there are 4 demonstrative pronouns, right? That you are going to learn today. It's about this, that, and those. So demonstrative pronouns come before verb to be. And demonstrative pronouns we have singular and plural. We have near and far. But today teacher is just going to take you only about near. So near means we refer to the demonstrative pronoun that you want to point out the thing that you can reach it, you can touch it, or it's close to you, or it's near you, right? Alright, so today we just learn only this and this, this and this. So this is singular and this is plural. For example, this is a marker. You can see here, I can hold the marker, right? It's near me. I can touch it. I can hold it. So it means that it is a marker. I can use this is a marker, right? I can hold it. It's near me. Or listen to the whiteboard here. It's near me, right? I can touch it, right? I can point it, right? So I can say this is a whiteboard. Like about the thing that you can reach it, you can touch it. Or it's very close to you or near you, like your hand can touch it when you want to point it. Next, these are 2 markers or these are markers. Why teacher say these are 2 markers or these are markers? Because here is 2 markers that can hold it, right? So I can say these are 2 markers. But if I don't know about amount or numbers of the marker, so I can say that these are markers. Because I just know that the marker is a lot, of markers many, but I don't know the exactly numbers of the marker. So I just use it as a plural by add s without the number. But if I know about the exactly number, or if you know the exactly number of the markers or amounts of the marker, so you can add the number by saying that these are 2 markers, these are 3 markers, these are 4 markers, and so on. So how many markers that you know about the number of it, you can complete the number. But if you don't know about the number, but you just know that it's a lot, it's many, so you just only add s. Alright, now let's move to another demonstrative pronouns. So why I call this one is demonstrative adjective? Why? Because they come before nouns. When demonstrative come before noun, we just call it demonstrative adjective, but it is still demonstrative pronouns. Just because it comes before noun, that's why we call it demonstrative adjectives. But actually, it's still demonstrative pronoun. This, that, and those. We just change the name of it, but actually, it's still demonstrative pronouns. Now look at the example. How can it come before noun? Look at here. Look at here, everyone. This girl. You can see girl here. It is a noun. So when demonstrative pronoun come before noun, we call it as demonstrative adjective. So you can say this girl is my talkative student. Her name is Mailu. You know, in one of my class, one of my students, very talkative student and very active student. Her name is May Lee, but I just call her like May Lu, or sometimes I give her a nickname like this or like that because she's very talkative and very active student in the class. And I really like her so much, really love her so much because she is one kind of the smart student and the top student in the class too. But she just like to talks a lot. That's why I call her the talkative student. Okay, now let's move here. Like here, this, right? So this is demonstrative pronouns. So it comes before noun. So we call it demonstrative adjectives. Let's go to number 2. I have a lot of clever students in this class. Here is demonstrative adjective and class here is a noun. So when it's come before noun, we call it demonstrative adjective, like you can see here. You know, in my class, there are a lot of clever students in my class. They are Chamnan, Li Heng, Chita, Nita, Kunthia, Mengkwang, and so on. They have different kinds of behavior in the class, but one I really like her so much is about their behavior in the class. They like to pay attention in the class even though they talk, but they like to talk in English. They like to practice together in English. They also like to answer questions when they don't understand about some points after the teacher have taught them already. So I hope that all students also can do like that when the teacher have taught the lesson already. When they have any question, they also can ask the homeroom teacher so that they can get more information, also get more understanding about the point that they missed, so that the teacher can help him or her about that, or the teacher can help them with the point that they are not good at, or about the point that they don't understand. So I hope that after you watch this video and you have any question, you also can ask your homeroom teacher about the lesson too, because the grammar is a kind of the hard lesson for the student in English. Alright, let's go to the next one. These students are clumsy. So student here is a noun, right? And this is demonstrative adjective, but this one is plural. So when it's come before noun, we don't care that it's singular, plural. But if it comes before noun, we must call it demonstrative adjective, right? Because it is the position of demonstrative adjective. These students are clumsy. As I have mentioned before, the students in my class, they are have a lot of behavior. They have different behavior. Sometimes they are so clumsy. They are sometimes ask a lot of questions. They sometimes like to do the funny actions with the crazy action, or sometimes with, you know, a lot of action and lots of things that they like to do together to enjoy in the class, because they would like to learn with the fun activity in the class full of the joke, so that they can remember the lesson well. They play, but they are learning. They not play and not care about their study. So I hope that you also can try to study hard and practice well, especially in English. So our lesson today is finished, but before we end about the lesson, let teacher sum up about some points of the lesson today. So first, here demonstrative pronouns come before verb to be. So that you call demonstrative pronouns. But when demonstrative pronoun come before noun, we call demonstrative adjective. One come before verb to be, one come before noun, right? It have different position. And like you can see here, to be, and to be. But there come before noun, and noun. Alright, now let's go to our classwork today. Make 10 sentences with demonstratives you have learned today. So I hope that you can make sentences with demonstrative that you have learned today and submit to your homeroom teacher by using this and this with singular and plural. And if there's still any question about your lesson today, I hope that you can ask your homeroom teacher. So at the end of the lesson, I would like to say that please do not forget to protect yourself from COVID-19. Wear mask or share mask when you go out and wash your hands often. And this is also the last video for our online class today. I hope like this, because on Monday you will go to learn at school as normal, right? But when you go to learn at school, do not forget to wear your mask or bring the gel with you so that you can clean your hand often and also can protect yourself. Goodbye everyone. See you next time.
Let me be the one to break it up so you won't have to make excuses. We don't need to find a setup where someone wins and someone loses. We just have to say